And today history has repeated itself. Few years ago, we lost more than 130 people at TB Joshua's shrine. 130 people were sacrificed by TB Joshua when his building collapsed. I call it a sacrifice for one or two reasons, which I'll explain near the end of this video. Today, we do not know the numbers as yet. Neither do we know if there are any lives that were affected when Sodom and Gomorrah caught fire. And by Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm referring to Christ's embassy. I associate it with Sodom and Gomorrah because the things that happened at Christ's embassy, the things that have been happening at Christ's embassy, they are heartbreaking. Recently, I know most of you are aware, we've been exposing Chris Oyakhilome's son, called Daysman, who has been implicated, embroidered in this sex trafficking business, who has been importing young ladies from Ethiopia and abusing them and using them as his sex workers. And most of you have been questioning, where did he get all this from? Definitely from his father. He learned it all from Chris Oyakhilome. It's just that Chris Oyakhilome is so sophisticated, you can't know some of his dealings, but like father, like son, he is the one who inspired this young boy called Daysman to do what he has been doing over the years. And he remains unchecked. But there are investigations that are ongoing as we speak. And sooner or later, you hear the big news. Back to Chris Oyakhilome. What could be the reason? What could have caused this fire outbreak? Is it intentional or was it an accident? I ask these two questions simply because of one main reason. When these people are confronted with an explosion, and when I say an explosion, I mean an exposure. When they see trouble coming, when they see danger coming, they have this tendency of creating something bigger than what is coming, so that when what is coming finally reach them, you will still be caught up in this moment of sympathizing with them. At the moment, the majority of people are sympathizing with Chris Oyakhilome. Why did this happen to the men of God? Oh no, oh, it's sad. And they could have done this themselves simply because they are trying to counter what is coming. The question you have now is, what could be coming? What is it that is coming that can cause Chris Oyakhilome or Christ Embassy to burn their own building? There is an upcoming BBC documentary, a bigger one than the TB Joshua's, that is going to humble all Christ Embassy members, that is going to expose Chris Oyakhilome for who he truly is. Anita Oyakhilome could not have enough airspace or airtime to tell you people about the atrocities of Chris Oyakhilome and his brother Ken and some of the big pastors at Christ Embassy. But BBC will leave no stone unturned. Victims spoke. A lot of things are going to be unraveled. A lot of things are going to be exposed. If I'm not mistaken, Anita might be featuring in that documentary, if all goes well. But all I can tell you is, there is fire on the mountain. And why the fire now? At the shrine, at Christ Embassy headquarters, you might be asking yourself that question. They are seeking your sympathy. They want you to feel for them. Chris wants you to feel sorry for him. So that when this bombshell drops, you will still be caught up in this emotional state of saying, oh, his building collapsed, oh, his building caught fire. And you probably feel sorry for him when the victim starts speaking to say, no, this was a plot. It could have been BBC that caused this fire even. Chris is a big schemer. He plots, he thinks, he calculates, and he knows that he's followed by mugus. He knows the type of audience and the type of followers he commands. easily shaken. They vibrate so easily on a frequency that allows him to tap into each and every one of their conscience and make them dance to his tune. I know when the BBC come, you will say the BBC was paid. I know you will say the victims were paid. But this one will be different. This one will be extreme. This could be a backfire strategy that they are using to counter the BBC documentary. I tell you this, my people, I don't think at all this fire was accidental. I don't at all. Chris knows what is coming, and he is preparing you. He is programming you so that when it comes, you are still feeling sorry for him. But I urge you now, don't feel sorry for that man. That man doesn't care about you. He probably does not even know you. Just allow yourself to be presented with facts and make your judgmental call after the victims have spoken. My people, listen when we talk. These men are not who you think they are. So far away from what they have sold you, from the image that they have sold you or made you believe. They are not even connected to the identities that they have projected in the public spheres, in the cyberspace, online. They are nowhere near who they claim to be. Their true nature is known by people like Anita who left, people like Strive Masiwa who left. Not you, a Mugu that is watching me, that has no any form of relationship with him, that has never been that close to him. If a man if a woman he shared the same bed with, woke up and said, I'm going to walk away and never look back, and you still think that man is God, and you still think that man is white like crimson, the fire, the fire, the fire. Just stay tuned as we investigate the fire and the whole scandals at Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm not celebrating because I know lives might have been affected, but I'm just preparing you to remain neutral and to remain open-minded so that you'll not take the side of the charlatan when the dominoes start falling. I'll check you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. This is Mr. PDT, and I'm out.